What's up, everybody? It's David here at Smitty's Garage coming at y'all on this beautiful day. Been raining, been a little cool, but still nice. Just wanted to come down here to the shop for a minute and kind of get into something. Don't know if y'all caught that little last video I did here on Big Hoss here, but making good headway. But today, I got something special, a little different, kind of close to the heart. Let's dig into it. Oh boy, y'all guessed it, MaDeere. You know, MaDeere's something else to me, guys. It wasn't always like this. My son and I built it on his channel on Ithwit, and you know, so much has changed since it was last on his channel. So we might ask, what is MaDeere? Alright, a real quick brief history, guys. This mower was actually two mowers. We combined the two and we made a racing mower out of it. Don't quote me on this, but I want to say that we ended up with a 9-inch pulley on the motor and a 2 3/4 on the transmission. That's going to be changing here before long, though. Now, MaDeere didn't have those big wheels on there, nor did it have the foot throttle control. But we managed a speed of 35 miles an hour on MaDeere. And I flipped it. Really hurt myself bad. And MaDeere set up at the back for over a year. So I got to thinking, I told my son, I said, you know, I want to start building me a little mud mower. You know, I think I want to do it with MaDeere. So he brought it out and he used that other mower, put the body on there, the steering bracket, the whole black deal, steering rods, front tie rods and everything, and got it out. Made it where it was a rollable, runnable chassis again. Now this is where I started having fun off camera with it. As y'all can tell, I've done a big wheel, front wheel conversion on it. And that was actually kind of neat and easy to do. I took and measured my spindle, shaved off the rear hub and the front hub to get the spacing right. And then I did away with the C-clips. I drilled me a hole in the spindle and I put me a coulter pin in there because I don't want the wheels coming off again. That really sucked, guys. Then I decided I wanted it to be foot controlled for the throttle. Really, I just used the scraps that I had. An old bicycle handlebar, an old brake deal, brake lever. Ran the cable over there. Got it hooked up there on the carburetor, on the governor arm. And then I used the old throttle for the choke. This was kind of a fail. That's a lot of motor to be trying to pull over by hand. I didn't want to try to put it back. It kind of looked cool, so I left it. I'm pretty sure y'all have noticed by now this big old jumbo of wires. And that is because I've gone in on the harness and I have eliminated everything. And I just have it at the basics. So I'm going to leave y'all a picture of the wiring diagram I used right here. And just like that, y'all seen that. So what I want to do today, guys, is I want to see if I can't get it to start up. It's been over a year. since we've gotten it to start up. What's all these pulleys out here for? Well, I've been kicking around what we're going to go to, what we're going to do. I could pretty much tell you like this. That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. And that's a no. That right there, that's what I want to go to. More of a close to a 1-to-1 ratio instead of almost a 4-to-1 like what's on there. Not doing this today though. I want to see if we can't get it running. That's what I want to see. So with that being said, there's a lot of stuff on here that doesn't need to be on here. Let me get it removed. Let's get this top off. And if I'm not mistaken, the battery is not hooked up. No, it's not. We'll hook this battery up and we're going to see if this old girl will fire up. Alrighty guys, so I got my battery here connected. I don't know if this is going to work or not. So what we're fixing to do is I'm going to put y'all on a tripod and we're going to try to turn it over. If it does turn over, then we're going to shoot it with a little ether, see if it'll bust off. Guys, if it busts off, then we're going to put some gas in the tank and hopefully this fuel pump works. Well, this is going to be kind of exciting for me because this has been well over a year. Matter of fact, on Ithwit's channel, that's the last time it ran. So I've got my gas, got a little marvel to put in the gas, and I got me some ether right there. So we're going to try to bust it off, guys. Let's see how it is. I'm really I want to know. Let's check the oil though real quick, because you know I ain't done that. Oh boy, she's gonna need an oil change. We do get her running. Oof. Other day though. Alright. So I'm looking in here. This is no choke. That's choke. If I remember that correctly. Will it even bust over? The battery sounds a little funky, don't it, guys? Let's give it some ether. Probably 10 times more than what it really needs, but okay. Alright, I need to charge this battery, guys. Let me put it on charge and we'll get back. Well, I guess while we're waiting for that battery to charge, we can use just a little bit of that charge and test for spark. Something I didn't do. How am I going to start it without spark? I know, guys. I know. Guys, I'm excited. I want to see if he'll run. So let me just see if we got a little spark. Oh, we got good spark, guys. Good spark. So, sweet. Groovy. We'll let that battery charge for a little bit. Then we're going to try again. I'm starting to see why I took that battery off of my lawnmower and replaced it. I really need to invest in like a jump pack or something like that, because she's still charging. Taking a little bit longer than I was hoping. But what I have done is I've went ahead and put some fresh fuel in the tank. A little Marvel Mystery Oil in there, and squirted a little WD-40 in the cylinder and just turned it over for a little bit. How long has it been? Does that give y'all an idea? Ooh, nasty. Anyway, got the battery charging. Gonna let it charge for a good bit. Then we'll try again. I would use my spare battery But my jumper cables are MIA today. Don't know where they are. We're waiting on this, guys. Maybe, just maybe, if we get it bust off, maybe we can get it out in the yard and take it for a little ride. Looks like when we do the pulley swap, I need to add another washer to this because that one is hitting my wheel. Good news is we're clear on this side. So we'll be adding a washer on the back side. Push the rim out. Easy, easy. Start already! I'm charging! Anyway, guys, I'm joking. Let's wait. Okay, guys, I'm getting a little antsy. I don't want to wait on this battery. I just want to see if I can at least bust it off. This is actually fairly dangerous, especially when you're by yourself, because that leaves me with only one hand on my drill instead of two like I'm used to. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to kind of lean and use my Thanksgiving. I'm going to kind of lean on this thing and spin it over. So you can't get it bust off. That's positive. Let's give it a little more ether. Pretty sure it's going to take a while for gas to get up there to the carburetor. Sure does sound a little knocky, doesn't it? Let's give it about half choke, maybe. Sound a little knocky, guys. I don't like that. One more time. Hopefully. Staying going. It's got this electronic choke on it. Whoa, I don't want to do that. I'm not hearing that, and I'm not feeling the electronic choke stuff, so I may have to do a little wire chasing. We might just be running strictly on this, and it may not be letting gas in. Yeah, it ain't happy, guys. It ain't happy. No drill. Alright. We're going to have to wait, guys. Hey, we did hear it bust, though, right? Alright. Alrighty, guys. So I've been doing some wire tracing. Really trying to get power over here to that coil. And I've pretty much concluded that the switch is trash. If y'all paid attention during the video, I had to kind of jiggle the switch a lot to get it to work. Anyway, long story short, 0, 0. I'm hooked up to the lights. So in theory, we should have power to the lights, and that in which we don't. Now, it, you know, real hit or miss, guys. See, I can't get it to do nothing now, so, you know, I mean, this is a $10, $15 part. No big deal to me. I'll get one coming in. No power. But just to verify, guys, let's go ahead and let's come on out. Your meter ain't working. Alright, guys, we're going to 0, 0. 13. Meter works, guys. So I'm gonna get another key switch coming in. I actually thought I had one sitting up here, but it's the wrong connectors. This is a different one, so no big deal. I'm gonna get one coming in. When that comes in, then we're going to move forward with everything. So let's on test this switch just to really verify that we're not getting any contacts on lights and ignition, and probably even test turning over. This is just your standard switch. Y'all see me? Yeah, standard switch with your stop, lights, ignition, and turn over. If y'all look real good, focus, y'all can see the line. Starter, motor's a kill switch, battery, you know, like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in on the ground, and on ground we should have, now we're in the off position. We should have continuity to the motor line. The motor line is y'all hear it? The motor line is what kills your coil. Well, we know it ain't working there. I mean, it is working. You know, we know that we're getting killed. And I believe A1. Okay. So now we're going to turn it to the lights. And let's see if we get a reading on one of these that lets us know power is coming through. Line, no. Battery, no, no, and no. So the switch is not working in the light position. Let's go to the ignition position. No, 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 and no. Now guys, it's on. Alright, I'm going to get back to that's the ground. Now this one's going to be a little difficult for me. So what I'm going to have to do is I need to twist this switch and hold it. Now let's see if we can't, you know, at least to the starter. Nothing, 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 nothing. I've got a bad switch, guys. And if y'all was just watching, you know, whenever I was going to turn over, I kept having to really jerk it around and do all that. I've had to take this switch apart a couple of times and clean the contacts and put it back together. So I reckon after 2 or 3 times of just rebuilding this thing, let's just hang it up and let's get another one. Good? Good. So I got a jumper battery on here. I found a set of jumper cables and a battery. And I've took apart and cleaned this key switch again, even though I got a new one coming, because I just want to turn it over. But I think I've left this out in the weather for so long that this girl's bad. Watch this. Let's turn this over here. That's all it'll do. So, yeah, okay. I'll put that on the list to get as well. Groovy. Nice. Got a key switch. Got a starter. Key switch will be plug and play. I have to admit, I'm having to get used to not having a lot of work space. And the starter will be 2 T30 bits. I have found that the T30 bits is easier to manage on getting your starters off than trying to put this socket on there. And I don't know, 7/16, whatever. Remove that, take that one out, take that one out, pull it out. When you're going back in, there will be a ground cable, and it needs to slide behind one of these bolts. Put your bolts in, put your bolts in. and then reattach that. Alright, I'm going to change this, and I'm going to change that, and I will get back with y'all. Let's verify we got the same part. We got an order of stop, lights, ignition, and crank. Nice. Put this down, I don't know, let's do it like that. We're just gonna, let me try to locate these real quick. Alright guys, I got them situated on in my hand so we can make sure our terminals are the same. Let's see, line, auxiliary 1, auxiliary 2, battery, motor, starter, ground. Every terminal looks the same. Now that we know every terminal is the same, we're not worried about it being internally wired differently. Let's go in with the new. Well, that just got ugly quick. Improvise. Make do. Adapt and overcome. Oh, let's see what we're working with. Got a 14 tooth pinion. 14 tooth pinion. Yep. Let's bolt it up. So we got that new starter installed. Got the key switch in there. I haven't poked it back in. I know that I'm having problems with this carburetor, that electronic float. So what we're going to do is we're going to run it, not off drinking water, but we're going to bottle feed it. I have got the battery hooked up and the jumper cable, because that is a dead battery. So I'm going to put y'all on a little stand. We're going to see if she'll fire over and see if we can't get it to run for a little bit off the bottle. At least I hope we can get it to run. If we can get it to run on the bottle, then I'm going to address this carburetor. I am actually considering working up a carburetor swap and eliminating that electronic float. I don't know if it'll work, but I won't know unless I try. Right, guys? It's kind of late today. Very humid. We're getting ready for a storm. So I want to at least see if I can't get this motor to run today. And if I can, then we may address this on another day. Let's go. Sure is different with the sand rail in there, but this is going to be something that's only going to be worked on when me and Ithwit come together. So let's see if we can't get it to run. It's probably been 1.5 years, 2 years since we started up. Other than what, y'all, we got it to bust off but momentarily on starter fluid. I'm gonna give it just a little bit of throttle, not a lot. That's full. We're gonna go about right there. I'm just gonna hold it down with this little drill. Take that choke off. Put a little bit on. I'm hoping that if we can bottle feed it enough, then maybe the pump will come on, but really we're having float problems. But let's get busy, man. We can talk later. I want to work now. I'm going to pop this in. Kind of help me instead of unhold it. Alright, let's get to spinning. We're getting there. And let me give it a little more go-go juice. And I need to be ready, don't I? I need to be ready with the gasolina. More throttle. More throttle. More throttle, baby. It is a plus that it's busting off, right? Now I wonder why we can't keep it going. Do I have my choke scenario wrong? No, I do not. This is open. All right. Can we keep it going on starting fluid? Okay. Alright. Well, that is good and bad news. Ooh, good gosh, man. Let's open these up for a minute. Let that smoke out. Who did this? I got a recipe. Alright, so we'll let that smoke out. I almost thought it was going to do it on its own. Alright, so we got it all out of there. So really, this is telling me that we're having a carburetor issue now. And I don't know if y'all heard that pinging, but I definitely heard a pinging. I know we need to change the oil because it looks like it has a little bit of water in it and a lot of gasoline, gas, and some water. So, guys, this thing has sat outside for years. It was under the 2 snowstorms we had, and then it sat in here for a while. So, we're on a game plan, guys. We got it to where we know it'll run now. Now we need to address the carburetor. So, I think I'm going to pull this carburetor real quick and get it on the bench, and we're going to examine the bottom side because I need the gasket. Nothing else, we'll order another one. Let me get y'all stopped and let me get this off and let me get this on the bench. Guys, it's really smoky in here. Give me just a minute. I'm just happy that it ran. That's a relief to me. Interesting. Looks good the same that way. Yeah, that all looks the same. That looks good, and that looks good. Let's get it apart. We know the fuel pump was working because it's got gas in it. Got both of these here opened up and together. You know, we'll do this part and this part. You can obviously tell that this one here does the electronic, but this one is way better shape. However, that little thing is stuck, so it's not going to let fuel go up through the ventry. So that is the issue. So we got 2 choices here. Actually, we have 3 choices, guys. I can clean this bad boy up get it back working. Or I can adapt over to this and not have the electronic thing. Or I could do this. What does that box say? I'm in my parts bin. Let's go open it. Huh? What you say, guys? What you say? Yep. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Or is it? Oh, we just had a party pooper. Look at the boat pattern. Ah, shit. Don't you just love when that happens? Crap. We're going to tear this apart. We're going to soak it. All of that's going to be off camera. Putting it back together is going to be off camera. Installing it on the MaDeere is going to be off camera. Damn. All right. Catch you on the flip side. Okay, real quick. Got that freed up. But could it really be that simple? Alright, real quick. On this episode of That's Messed Up 100, I introduced y'all to the paperclip fuse. This is the non-electronic carburetor. There will be a whine, and that is because of the 9-inch pulley on the motor and the 2 3/4 on the transmission. That goes away, you know, when I do all that. But I got that belt really tight. She is in neutral because I do not want her to take off. Non-electronic carburetor. No choke. You piece of crap, you, man. Just did it again, guys. So this is very intermittent. Things you don't want to do, guys, you know. I know it's this right here, without a shadow of doubt. Man, you piece of shit, you. I mean, I just had it running. I'm going to have to do the right thing and get a fuse. Run it long, guys. Listen, there is a lot of blow by because that has water and gas in the oil. And this was the crankcase vent. I don't have the plenum on there, but I believe we're good with the carburetor. So I need to change the oil in this. I actually need to flush it really good. And I need to button up the intake and all that stuff. No, I need to put a fuse in here. So, I'm going to do all that off camera, guys, okay? My hopes is that we might be able to ride it, but who knows? Anyway, this video is getting very long, and I don't like that, personally, but it is what it is, guys. We do now have it running. Alrighty, guys, let's hear it. You're a dumbass. I figured it out, guys. After putting the manual carburetor on, having countless issues, couldn't run, putting that electronic one back on, couldn't get it to work, rebuilding both of them 4 or 5 times, cleaning them, and several days later, I ordered a new carburetor. Now, I just couldn't leave well enough alone, so I put the old electronic carburetor back on there, and for all that and giggles, I hooked 12 volt directly up to the solenoid, and yep, you guessed it, it ran. So this is what I have temporarily came up with. I just hooked the light switch up to it just to see if it was going to work, and we're in the off position. See, it won't run. Turn that bad boy on. Turn it off. And it kills the fuel. So, let's button this bad boy up and take it for a ride. What do y'all think? Alrighty. Yeah, I still haven't put a fuse in here. Here we go, guys. First time it's moved. First time MaDeere's moved in over a year. Well, actually 11 months and 3 weeks. Check the video on the Itwitz channel. Let's move her around. Oh shit, my battery's dead. That's awesome, guys. Let me get back with y'all in just a minute, all right? First gear's broke on it because I was popping wheelies so much when I first built her. So that's why y'all hearing that grinding, and you see the belt smoking because I got the belt so tight. But MaDeere, man, I can't wait to get back on this thing. You know, got so many plans for it. Let me get back with y'all in just a minute. I got something I want to do. Hang on, guys. Hang on. I don't have no brakes, but let's go for a little ride. Boy, this is kind of gnarly here. I got the clutch pressed in. Want to go down here? Let's go down here a little bit. I still don't have the gas in. I got the clutch pressed in. Let's go. This way. I believe my clutch is going out. I mean my belt. Or I might be running out of gas. Let's point it back toward the house. We're probably fixing to get the belt up. He's humming. Yeah, we got some bugs to work out, don't we, guys? Let's get it home. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Let's kill her. And there's the problem. Well, guys, I'm gonna end this video just like that. We got to go out and have fun on MaDeere. Got to ride around, have a little fun, revive it after it's been just left for dead for a year. You know, I just had a real good time with it. I made some mistakes, but I learned from them. I'm not too far from the house, so I'll just go get my little yard tractor and pull MaDeere home. I might even push it. Who knows? You know, I could probably use exercise. Hey guys, I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me with this crazy stuff I do here in my shop. Hey, give me a thumbs up, comment, share. Give me a thumbs down. Probably deserve it, guys. Subscribe. I'd love to have you along board. If you like seeing crazy stuff like this and some of the other things we've done in the past, hey man, this is your channel. And if not, okay, everything ain't for everybody, guys. Hey, this is David here at Smitty's Garage, and I just want to thank y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed day, and y'all be good, man. Peace. I'm out, guys. Just a quick update, guys. We did make it here to the shop. We got some issues to address, but we'll save that for a later date, guys. Until then, this is David from Smitty's and MaDeere saying peace.